Hi everyone, welcome back with one more topic, sex determination of chapter 5. As in the last topics of this chapter, second last topic of this chapter, we will see that is sex determination. You have any idea of that class 10th? Have you remember that? In class 10th also we have done sex determination in human being. Have you remember that? Now that sex determination, in that we will see how that mechanism, which is responsible, male is responsible or female is responsible for that. So that is a number of experiments are going on, and number of scientists they had done these, and what they had found, one scientist was there, Hanking in 1861. He had done his experiments in insects. Right? Means first of all he had done, means whatever that all scientists were puzzled that how it will be, going to be decide that whether male child or female child, male offspring or female offspring. So in that first in Hanking he had done experiment in insects, and he had seen in spermatogenesis. In spermatogenesis, everyone knows that spermatogenesis, formation of male gamete. It means that they are studying in male. What he had found that the resulting cell after that spermatogenesis, means that these are experiments are called cytological experiments. In that experiments he had seen number of, means all the whatever the cells he had got in that cell, some are having few specific bodies, means few cells are having, or few gametes are having a specific body or specific structure, you can say. Means he was confused that what is it, and few are among those progeny, whatever they had got, those cells, some cells are having that specific structures and some cells are not having any specific structure. Means what they had got, how many gametes, number of gametes they had found, but he had seen some gametes are having a special type of structure and some are not. So then he was confused, what is this? So then he had given, just blindly he had given that X body. What name is given? X body. Means he had told that specific structure which is found in that cell, that is X body. Now then he had seen in that 50% of those cells, whatever that he had got in that experiment, 50% cells are having a specific body, that is X body, and 50% without any X body. Means 50% cells are having without any, no X body. Sorry, no X body. What happens then? It means here, suppose 100 is there, 100 gametes are there, 100 gametes, 50 are having X body and 50 are having no X body with the empty. That is only autosomes are there, no chromosome. Means as you know that will be also, we have got last pair is going to decide that in gamete the last sex chromosome is there. Now then it means that will be having that X body having all these structures are there, but he was not aware about what is it. So at the time he had told X body. Later after him, other scientists, they had done that experiments again on the work on this. They had done the same experiment again, and then he had concluded that, and that X body, nothing is there. That X body which was given by Hanking, that is chromosome. What is that? Is chromosome. That's why from then that is called X chromosome. Always we are using this X word because from X body, which was given first time, Hanking has noticed that and had given that name. Later on it's till now we are knowing that X chromosome. So now these are, in that case, in the insects, few are having X chromosome but few are not having. Right? Means that is in case of where? In case of spermatogenesis. In that male gametes, some are having X chromosome, some are not having. So then it is also that X and nothing is there. Okay, then now what is there? It means the mechanism, types of mechanism. Understood that one? First of all, that chromosome was given X body name by Hanking, and then later on that X body is nothing, that is a chromosome. So then we are using X word because Hanking had given that X body. Now then, types of mechanism, types of mechanism of sex determination. Okay, sex determination. So we have got three types like this. Okay, three types. One is XO type. Okay, second one is XY type. Third one is ZW type. Okay, three types are there: XO type, then XY type, then ZW type. Now these are, when we talk about XO type occurs in insects. Examples: insects means grasshoppers are there, honeybee is there. Now then XY in human beings and Drosophila also. Given in a book also, the diagram also. Now then that will be occurs in birds. Right. Now then we will see which one is going, male or female, is going to decide whether the offspring is going to be male or female. Here we will see in that case XY human being, ZW, you know, everyone is aware about this XY type. So now then we will see here male and female. Now suppose that one female, that one male, female and male. Okay, so now then here also we will draw female and that male, right? Now we will see in insects, in female then XX and male here XO type we are saying, because here O means 0, nothing is there. In case of male, female, we have got XX. Here we have got ZW. Now then, here we will talk with male, XY type. Here ZZ. What you see here? Insects, human being and Drosophila, then birds. Here we will see that one when they will produce gametes. So what type of gametes are there? Here only one gamete you can say, that will be X. Here some are having X body, which Hanking had told, then X chromosome, some are having nothing. Okay, so now then when it will be fused with the fertilization will occur, then we will see if X containing gamete fuse with this. So then it will be, what is there? That is XX, and that will be female. When then this nothing is there, empty O type, that will be fused with there, then it will be having, we are having X, that one XO type. Okay, so now that will be in XO type. So now here what will be this? Male, this one is going to male, this one is going to female. So here that will be female, that one male. Means here hetero means that will be, we cannot say that will same because nothing is there. That will be, it means by seeing this, in male and female, in that chromosome number is not same. That will be XO type, means that is not unpaired. Last pair sex chromosome, that will be unpaired. along with the autosomes. Means here XO type or here XX type. Last pair is that is all these chromosomes are paired. But here that will be unpaired. Last chromosome is unpaired. It means one chromosome is less in male. Where it will be in that. Suppose maybe we will just consider it a 12 pair. Okay, 12 pairs are there. So then they are forming like this 12 pairs, and last one is the sex chromosome. In that case also male is at 12, but it is not 12. How many there? Unpaired. Last pair is unpaired. That will be XO type. So now then here the 6 pairs are there, 12 pairs are there. In 12 pairs, here the 24 chromosomes. In 24 chromosome, 23 are the same, and that last one is there. So in female, that will be 24 chromosomes are there, but here 23 chromosomes are there, because that is unpaired. It means that is in male and female chromosome numbers are not same. So now this is the, because here male is going to decide. A male is going to determine, that will be responsible for the sex determination of offspring. Means whether it is going to be female or because of this O type. O type where no chromosome is there. So if that type of fusion it will take place, then that will be male. If that type of fusion will take place, that is female. Okay. Now then come to the in human being. When we talk about human being, so see here the gametes are only X is there. It is not. Gametes are only X is there, one ovum. Then here XX and there YY. Now then X containing fused with this. Then we have got XX. Then Y containing fused with this. Then we have got XY. Now then that will be female. That will be male. Then now we will see here that will be gametes are like this. Now then the fusion will take place here like this, and fusion will take place this one. Then what will happen then? That is male, that is female. We see here what is the difference between these. See here we see females are similar pair, here females are dissimilar pair. This is called, when the similar pair is there or dissimilar pair is there, then here this female in human being it is called female homogamety. What is it called? Female homogamety. When in that case male is heterozygous, means that is a dissimilar pair. Here we can say male hetero, male, you can write here in the black, male heterogamety. Now then in that case we will see that is female is heterogamete, dissimilar pair. So we can say here female heterogamety, and that male same similar pair, that is called male, then male homogamety. Just see what happened there. Here that is it's a very important point that will be, because in CBSE number of times the questions are being asked from this. Now then female homogamety and male. In human being female homogamety and male heterogamety is found. In that case of birds, that is a female heterogamety and male homogamety is found. Means when that is what is, question is there maybe that what is male heterogamety, female homogamety. So you have to define that, and with that example also. In human being we see female homogamety and male heterogamety. In birds we will see female heterogamety and male homogamety. In that bird's case, females are responsible for the sex determination. Right, because dissimilar that W is there, because of W that child is going to be male or female. Here in that case, the males are responsible for that, because that are the dissimilar pair, Y is there, and Y is responsible for this whether child is going to be male or female. So, and Drosophila is also the same. So this is a mechanism or types of mechanism of sex determination that is given in your book also. 3 types are there: XO type, XY type and ZW type. Now then these are, in these you will see XO type, insect, a grasshopper, and honeybee is example given in your book. Now honeybee, the determination we also told, honeybee is the same determination is there. It will be a supplement in at the last, at the back of your NCERT book, that is given sex determination in honeybee. That is one topic added later on, but that is in that type. Now when we talk about this human being, no need to tell that one because in class 10th you have done that one. This is new for you. That is because of ZZ and ZW, heterogamity and male female heterogamity and male homogamity. So is that clear for that? Because of this, because of these are the reasons why that offspring is going to be male or female, because of the Y chromosome, because of W, and here no chromosome is there. Okay. Now the next topic of this chapter, that will be mutation. Mutation that you have done in a breeding, mutation breeding, in plant breeding when we were studying in that chapter 9 I think. Chapter 9 we had done, and now chapter 9 is deleted now. But in that we have done mutation breeding. Now see what is mutation. That mutation will be more, you can understand more after finishing of 6th chapter. Right? Means that is more is given in chapter 6. But only say one paragraph, a small introduction is given about that mutation. That mutation is there, any alteration of gene sequence, that phenomena. Mutation is that phenomena, any alteration or you can say change in DNA sequences. Any change in DNA sequences leads results the change in genotype or phenotype in an organism. Means that is responsible to change their genotype or phenotype of that particular trait, where that is a traits are there. Now then, because of any DNA sequence change, any alteration, any change in DNA sequences, so then that result in change in genotype and phenotype in any organism. So now what is that? As you see that the DNA is present in our chromosomes, and that will be that is a approximate 2 meter long thread like structure, which will be wrapping in a supercoiled form in chromatids. So now then that will be because of any change in, maybe in that change in DNA segment, or maybe in any change in chromosome. So that will be, that means whole. As you know in DNA, in chromosome DNA is there, in DNA gene sequences are there. So if any change in that DNA sequence, or you can say DNA segment, it will disturb the gene sequence, it will disturb the chromosome. Means any change in DNA segment which will change in gene sequence, and then overall it will be present in chromosome. So then change in chromosome. At the time, if any show and change in chromosome. At the time when the DNA segment is changed, any addition or any deletion of DNA segment, then it will disturb the gene sequence and it will disturb the chromosomes. So that time the chromosome that's showing that abnormal behavior of chromosome. That is also called mutation, because that will be responsible for the changing in the genotype and phenotype. As you see, the change occur when the recombination occurs or crossing over. Means any change occurs when crossing over occurs, or recombination, the same thing is there. Means, as you know, recombination responsible for variation, responsible for variation. Now then we can say mutation is also, because mutation is also responsible for change in genotype and phenotype, but that is responsible for any variation. So now then in addition of recombination, mutation is also responsible, mutation is also responsible for variation, means because of any change in genotype and phenotype. So then that will show in offspring, they will show the changes. So now then that variation will leads to the speciation, new species formation. Now then types of mutation. There are two types of mutation which is given in your book also. Then that is the two types of mutation. One is called mutation. One is called point mutation. And second one is called frame shift mutation. What is it called? Frame shift mutation. Means a point mutation and frame. If any change in sequence, gene sequences, that is, or you can say change in gene sequence, that is called point mutation. Here change in base pair, base pair of nitrogen bases, change in base pair, then it is called frame shift mutation. Change in gene sequence or change in point mutation, change in base pair, that is called frame shift mutation. Here the example of that, then is a point mutation example, that is sickle cell anemia. What will happen here? The disease. Then because of gene changes, sequence will change. Then RBC, as you know, RBC is biconcave structure. It will be changed into sickle cell. The structure of RBC change into sickle cell, sickle type. Sickle is a device to cut grass. Now then, like this. That is a handle to hold that one. Right. This is used to cut grass. So now then that RBC will change into this shape, sickle cell, that like this. Now then it means that no space for hemoglobin, when because that is biconcave shape is there, because they are giving hemoglobin and nucleus is not there. But in that case that will be no space for hemoglobin, so hemoglobin is not there, then it will be suffering from anemia. So that is called sickle cell anemia, because RBC converted a change into sickle shape or sickle shape, that is because of gene sequence. We will see that one how it will be in the next topic, that is. Now then the factors. Now then those factors, because of that mutation is, means those factors which are responsible for mutation. Factors responsible for mutation called responsible for mutation called mutagens. What is called mutagens? As you know, in allergy, when we have to study in chapter 8 allergy, so those factors which are responsible for allergy, those are called allergens. Have you remember that? Then now here those factors which are responsible for mutation or for change in the segment, DNA segment or gene sequences, that is called mutagens. One example, that is UV rays. That will be also responsible for mutation. So that UV rays also called, UV rays are called mutagens. Okay, this is given in your book, type what is mutation, how it occurs, then types of mutation, and then mutagen factors responsible for mutagens, and then example of sickle cell anemia. Is this, it is This is all given in mutation topic in your book. Very small topic is given. In next chapter we will see more about this mutation, about the sequences, base pair, because this time you don't know about the gene sequences, but we will see that in chapter 6. Okay, then revise that one, both topics, sex determination and mutation. Revise that, and just if you have any doubt, you will just ask in live class. Okay, till then go through that topics.